Hi everyone, this is a reading. We're going to look into where we're going, and this is for all star signs. So if you're here, I feel that there can be this can be a sign that there are some messages for you in the reading itself, so do stay tuned. But also the title of the reading will give you some indication as to what it is about. So I just wanted to mention actually a couple of things before I start. First of all, if you would like to win a free reading with me, all the information on how you can enter for one is in the description box of this video. If you would like to purchase any personal services, personal readings, services like different rituals to manifest different areas of your life, healing work, black magic energy removal, and also the personal paid readings, or the intention items, which are handmade, meditated with, and saged, which by the way thousands of people have seen results with those for various areas of your life. You can check out my website shopmoonlightguidance.com. There are items like bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards which you can put under your pillow, wallet, or your purse, intention pouches, candles, teas, sage bundles, etc. So yeah, feel free to check it out or browse if you wanted to. Everything's always listed down below for your convenience. Okay, let's begin and see what's happening here. Oh, devil. Okay. I don't really like the devil, and I suddenly have a headache as well, which is a bit annoying, and I'm literally just like, I have my elbow on the table and I'm just holding my head. It's a headache. It's a headache energy. Not going to lie here. Wheel of Fortune is one of those cards which is... It brings change. It does. But it's a headache. You have to go through this process of a headache in order to get what you want out of this situation, which is a tale of two sorts. It's this sense of thinking, do I actually deserve, this situation? So basically what I'm seeing here is that there's clearly someone who has not treated you very well, and they have been sort of very hot and cold, very on and off, very here and there, push and pull, it's not a nice situation, right? There is a breakthrough that I pick up on. However, it is a headache. There's no two ways about this in that sense. And I do see here that they have deep love for you, but they also have many issues. And so this reading is not, I don't think it's for the faint-hearted in that sense, because essentially I'm not telling you that, oh yeah, it's super easy, they're just going to come to you, it's going to be perfect and simple. Yes, I do think that there can be a resolve at the end of this between the two of you, but to get to that resolve it's going to be a bit of a journey. And that's the thing, is that you have two options here. Either you... Well, actually, no, you don't have two options. There's one option here, and that option is to let them come to you whilst you live your best life and you take care of yourself and you put yourself first. That's actually the only option. I do not ever suggest waiting for someone who isn't doing who isn't reciprocating what you're doing for them, or at least being mutual. If they're not being mutual, it's very, very ideal to take a step back, because you know what happens when you take a step back? Spiritually, they can feel a loss of your energy. And this is by you literally, thinking to yourself and doing this for yourself, where you look after yourself, you live your best life, you try and do the things you can for yourself without being extremely codependent on them. That spiritually sends a signal into the universe, which send a signal to them, essentially, where they feel like they're losing you, and that makes them step up towards you. Those are how spiritual energies do work, which is also why, certain events happen when you kind of let go of those, in terms of expectations and attachments. Okay, so I probably did a really rubbish job at explaining this particular reading today to you, but what I'm trying to say here is that clearly there's a very, not fun situation here in terms of a connection which seems to change, but it takes time for it to change. So I see two twos here, as you can literally see, and the twos can represent that things can get better in 2 months. It can get better in 2 months, but 2 months is a while, and that can feel frustrating. And then 2 years from now, I don't sense any problems in this situation. So I just wanted to mention that, okay? So see, it does take time for progress to happen. It can take 2 months to see, a real result in terms of things getting better, and then 2 years from now you'll feel like, okay, there are no problems here that exist to such a degree. So I think that what you will have to be prepared for is that it will take time. However, one thing I do want to say is that this is for those of you dealing with very, very difficult connections. Okay, if you're dealing with someone, for example, and you're still watching this, and it is someone who is very, like, you know, very straight to the point, they love you, they understand you, they care for you, then obviously the time frames, okay, this reading just probably isn't for you. I'll be 100% honest, okay. So we've got the Ace of Cups, Emperor. In fact, you know, if you're watching this and things are going good in your love life, then I think this is a sign that, you know, this reading really isn't for you. Take it as a sign in that sense. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Cups, we've got the Emperor and the Empress, which clearly goes to show that things are going to actually come together in this connection. I know some of you might have been skeptical, like, nah, Moonlight, you got the Seven of Swords there and the Devil. Are you sure? But look, you got the Wheel of Fortune, which is a great change and transformation. Wheel of Fortune is auspicious and prosperous. Ace of Cups is the great opening. We've got the Page of Wands here, which is them taking action towards you. Yes, they are more detached. Yes, they are emotionally a lot more reserved back. Yes, they can be emotionally immature and unavailable. However, I do see here that they do want to make progress and steps towards you. They don't just want to let it all go. They really do like you. And I think another thing as well that's really important is that they do have deep love for you. However, a lot of it is suppressed. Okay, so best way I can explain this to you, because you might think to yourself, how can they have love for me and not do anything? So, and just do the bare minimum. So, you know how some people are just more emotionally unavailable. Do they have emotion? Absolutely. Do they show it? No. Do some people feel love? Absolutely. Do they show it? No. Okay, that is the best explanation I can give to you. But there's also another explanation which is great, and this is the analogy of when someone, for example, has food poisoning, right? They may not feel like their usual self. They may not want to be as active, or they may not want to talk to as many people because they're physically sick, right? So when a person is physically sick, they may not be able to do and say all the same things they would when they are not physically sick. But once they recover, they are more like themselves again. And so what I see having happened here is in their childhood, they were taught not to be emotionally open, to keep their emotions to themselves, to not talk about this and not talk about that. And so as they've got older, they've basically become very, very much so conditioned by that. And what I see here is that as time goes by, they will be much more open to their emotions and they will be much more understanding. It's going to be like a volcano where everything they have suppressed will come to the surface, and really at that point they will feel much more like themselves, because there will be a great healing that happens within themselves, and they will realize that actually they were self-sabotaging themselves the entire time because of how they were conditioned to be when they were younger. And so that's another thing, is that when they become much more, when they become much more recovered, you know, in that sense, recovered in a way where, you know, when I was kind of mentioning like someone being physically sick and then them, you know, recovering, being more like themselves, let's say, or closer to their divine self, essentially we see here progress. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. This is a complex reading. I'm not even kidding. Like, I feel like I have so much to say about this. All right, well, let's keep let's keep going. So 5 of Wands and 5 of Swords and Queen of Swords. We've got a lot of swords here. Justice, more air energy. Oh, so the swords are of course the air energy. Yeah. So here's the resolve that will happen in time. Okay. 4 of Swords is peace. Yeah. Resolve is going to happen in time. Peace is going to happen in time. Justice here goes to show the scales will balance out as well. The Queen of Swords also goes to show here that your personal power is very victorious for this entire connection, because it will really help to bring things to light and bring things together, which I think is amazing. And you've also got here the 5 of Swords, which clearly shows that they are at war with themselves. Actually, do you know what? I mentioned that word and I'm just like thinking to myself, my gosh, everything that's going on right now, you know, because I live in Europe as well, and it's probably the most talked about thing as of right now, rightly, but my gosh, I just mentioned that word and it just, you know, of course, can't not address the elephant in the room. But yeah, you know, they're not doing well with themselves, and they clearly are very overwhelmed and feeling frustrated. But I just feel in time, you know, that you would have to give this connection time. That is the only thing. But to be honest, not in a waiting way, in a way where, you know, when you put something in the oven and you just let it cook and then you come back to it after a certain amount of time, that's probably the better energy rather than staring it down and waiting for it to happen, you know. Otherwise that's more frustrating. Oh, I don't know if anyone can see that. It literally fell on my arm. So these are the little love notes. So this one says, "You are all I've ever wanted. I still secretly long for you." There you go. There you go, right? They have issues, they do, but they still secretly long for you. And that's it, right? Secretly. They suppress this, they keep it to themselves. But really with the Empress energy and this Venus energy, right? This is Mars energy. Mars, planet of W-A-R. I know. Venus, the planet of love, L-O-V-E. Love will win. It will win. Repeat after me. Comment it down below in the comment section below. Love will win, because it will. There's just no two ways about it here, and clearly this is what I see here. Okay, so you know, it says I secretly long for you, and that is true. They have deep love for you, but they do not do much towards you, and this is the reason why. Okay, so I really hope this helped you. Of course, you know, if you claim this reading, oh, 11:11 on the clock. I just saw the time. What do you call it? if well, not on the clock, sorry, it was on the timer of the video. If you claim this reading, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Check out the description box below for information on personal services, free reading giveaway, intention items, and everything is down below. Oh yeah, I have TikTok and Instagram if anyone wants to follow me on there. Everything honestly is down below. So I'll see you all very soon, okay? Take care everyone, bye!